Hello everyone, we are Group 7 of Liceo de La Salle STEM 12B. In this video, we are discussing about Isaac Newton's law of motion. The first law of motion, which is inertia, the second law of motion, which is acceleration, and the third law of motion, which is interaction.
Newton's laws of motion are three physical laws that together laid the foundation for classical mechanics. They describe the relationship between a body and the forces acting upon it, and its motion in response to those forces. More precisely, the first law defines the force qualitatively, the second law offers a quantitative measure of the force, and the third asserts that a single isolated force does not exist. These three laws have been expressed in several ways over nearly 3 centuries and can be summarized as follows.
Newton's first law states that every object will remain at rest or in uniform motion in a straight line unless compelled to change its state by the action of an external force. This is normally taken as a definition of inertia. The key point here is that if there is no net force acting on an object, or if all the external forces cancel each other out, then the object will remain at a constant velocity. If that velocity is zero, then the object remains at rest. If an external force is applied, the velocity will change because of the force. Example: a shopping cart at a supermarket that is not used will not move or equal to 0 meters per second velocity until a customer or staff will put force and move it to somewhere or not equal to 0 meters per second velocity.
The second law explains how the velocity of an object changes when it is subjected to an external force. The law defines a force to be equal to change in momentum, mass times velocity per change in time. Newton also developed the calculus of mathematics, and the changes expressed in the second law are most accurately defined in differential form. Calculus can also be used to determine the velocity and location variations experienced by an object subjected to an external force. For an object with a constant mass, the second law states that the force is the product of an object's mass and its acceleration. The equation for this law is force equals mass times acceleration.